General Electric. General Electric, I have the same things on there. This happens to be, I have on here a 6-month chart, so you can see all the activity that's going on. This is a price, the stock price is about half the price of what JP Morgan is, so we're going to use 50 cents as our little guideline here as to whether we're going to buy or sell, kind of to set up our parameters using the 50 cent criteria rather than a full dollar. A couple of spots here where we potentially could have had a little activity. Again, very pretty much a volatile stock, as I said. One of the hard things about General Electric is the whole debt issue. That should push it down. On the other hand, maybe it's a stock too big to fail. I'm not sure how the government's going to act about that, but it's a kind of one of those that has a high risk no matter which way you go, at least in my opinion, based upon what I have read about it. You'll see that there was a point here where we did jump above that predicted high, potentially could have gotten you long, but then you get chopped up in this little period of time right in here, and so not particularly a great trend trading type of situation for an entry signal that you have there from roughly the I'd say around the 1st of January until you get well into March. Then you have a situation again where the predicted high on March 3rd is, I believe it was 1602, and so that means that if you're using that 50 cent criteria, you're buying at 1652, and you would then be long for that little run up in the market at 1652, somewhere right in the vicinity right there. Again, when you look over here at the back, you'll see that it now has exceeded some previous highs. Traditional traders like that. You look at all those factors together, and the indicators suggest that the market is going up despite what your preconceived notion might be about the price. Skipping ahead, you'll note that we had another period, really choppy period, occurring in this area right in here. That would have been a very tough one to trade from either any kind of entry signal. And then, of course, the real bummer as far as being able to try to trade anything with any kind of a strategy was this particular day right here, May 6th, when the market, fell with a bunch of other markets, dropped all the way to 15 or thereabouts, where in the vicinity of the previous low. So a very choppy situation. But the way you have to look at it from the standpoint up here, if you see this signal up here, you're not going to sell the stock. You probably are in a situation where at the peaks, you're probably not going to sell on the break up there. So you have several choices. You can sell calls, again, up here. Again, I view that as a little riskier situation. Or if you're fairly convinced, you might want to go out some months, way out, get leaps or something. And if you're convinced that that debt is a big issue, then you might want to buy some puts. The put situation might be pretty attractive if it is as bad as people say. But whatever you do, you have to think about what can you do while you're risking only 3% of your $20,000 account, $600 max that you're going to risk on any one trade. Currently, if you had your situations, you're kind of following these entry-exit tactics that I said, that you would have now, if I look at this correctly, you would be below this predicted low. You would be selling at 1588. Somewhere right in there, and you'd be out of the market. And again, you'd want to keep a very tight rein on whatever you do in GE. And I only throw this chart in is because it's one of the most, at least I think, more uncertain kind of a volatile types of stock, which is not real clear to me exactly what's going to happen with it. Now, just to review a little bit about what we're talking about with entry-exit techniques. Whatever we do, we're going to try to coordinate our signals. We're not going to attempt to, do anything that is, going to be a situation where we are not able to go it alone with one signal. We're going to try to get the signals to come, or the indicators to come together to identify some opportunities. Get in right and get out right. We do anticipation, but not assumptions. We can't assume that the market is going to jump ahead and do what we think it's going to do, but we can be anticipating that a move might occur, have orders in place. Scout clue means you have to be prepared, you have to act quickly, and have to let the market do the work. Let it kind of work its way or anything, but kind of let it work accordingly. Always getting market meets your targets, as we talked about with profit targets, or if the market says you're wrong, any more risk. Risk is, risk management is essential whenever you're trading. Now, we want to kind of wrap this up a little bit, just to ask if you have any questions about some of the entry, exit tech questions about what Vantage Point does and how it offers. I'm going to put that information on the screen. Vantage Point questions, if you contact that phone number or click there about my. But if there are any questions that I can maybe answer, I'd be glad to take a stab at the question from wisdom, mostly from long observation of the market. But I do watch the markets that I showed you fairly carefully and do have. Okay, are there any questions? Will it open too long because as I say, I am running pretty tight on my time. Okay, well, not seeing any questions, then I would include this webinar. We have a series of other webinars that are available on the web. There includes some of the same type of information that we have here, but in a little different time frame, a little different format. And we will be doing others in the future. So we hope that you will be able to attend those. Meanwhile, I do thank you for attending this webinar, and I'm going to turn.
Thank you, Darrell. We hope that each of you have learned something of value from this educational webcast today. The recording for this webcast will be posted on Trader Planet this afternoon, and we have made arrangements to email the link to everyone who has registered for this event. If you are researching trading software and are interested in seeking further information on the software that Darrell has featured in this presentation, just select the Click Here link on this final slide. This will place a request with our friends at Market Technologies for free market forecasts and additional information on Vantage Point intermarket analysis software. This concludes today's presentation. Thank you for attending, and all of us here at Trader Planet wish you a pleasant evening.